Now we are going to go through the Primary 6 PSLE Mathematics revision. So for today, we are going to talk about algebra in focus, and we are going to go through several questions that all Primary 6 students will encounter very frequently in their exams and tests. And in addition to this, this is also a revision for Primary 5 as well. Both Primary 5 and 6 can attend this lesson in order to learn about algebra and learn about the commonly appearing questions and how to solve it. So let's just go through some of the basic questions. So in algebra, one of the most important thing is to use the substitution method. So this substitution method is replacing alphabets with a particular number in order to solve for a mathematical equation. So how do they state it in the examination and test is usually in this way. So what they do is that they will let a particular alphabet to equals to a particular number. So in this case, right, let's use the alphabet. You can use any alphabet that you want. You can use A, B, C, all the way to Z. All right. So in this case, for our problem solving, for the first few questions, we're going to use the alphabet A. So let's see. Let, all right, can you see? All right, okay. So let A equals to let A equals to 4. All right. So in this case, I have let A equals to 4. And what this means is that A equals to 4 and 4 equals to A. And what you're supposed to do in this math is that you will have to look at a mathematical equation that's being given to you, look for the letter A, and then replace it with the number 4. Because in this case, they stated that let A equals to 4. So the thing to do is to find out any A within the equation, then replacing that particular letter with a number. And in this case, it's 4. So let's go through some of the simple questions. Okay, let's see. So in this case, let's have 40 plus A equals to 1. All right. 40 plus A equals to what? First step is to look at what is the replacement. The replacement in this case is let A equals to 4. Let A equals to 4, look for the A and replace that A with the number 4. And in this particular mathematical equation, that's 40 plus A equals to what? So now where's the A? The A is just right here, right? So now you have to replace this particular A with the number 4. And in mathematics, you always have to make sure that you have to write down all your entire workings so that the examiner can give you the full marks for all your workings plus your answer. If you just write your answer without the workings, the examiner is going to deduct points from your examination. And this means that you'll be losing points. So always remember to write all your workings that accompany your answer. So in this case, we have to rewrite this particular equation, 40 plus A equals to what? So rewriting it will be, what you have to do is to copy number for number, symbol for symbol, and replacing the alphabet with the given number 4, then solve for the equation. So now we have to rewrite this equation number for number. Therefore, we write 40. All right, symbol for symbol, we copy the symbol plus. Now we have to look for the number A, right? So in this case, the number A equals to 4. Therefore, replace this A with the number 4 in the next working line, in the next equation. So this will be 4. And symbol for symbol, let's write equal. So what is the answer? 40 plus 4 equals to 44. So in this case, the answer equals to 44. Now let's go to the next question. We'll still let A equals to 4, but let's solve for a slightly different question. This time round, just now we solved for addition, and this time round, we'll solve for subtraction. So let's say 30 minus A equals to what? All right, 30 minus A equals to what? So the first step is to look for the alphabet and to replace that particular alphabet with the number that is given. So in this case, same thing, let A equals to 4, then 30 minus A equals to what? All right, so we have to rewrite the equation, number for number. So 30 here, write 30, symbol for symbol, write minus, and A replaced by the number 4. Right, 4, symbol for symbol equals, so what is the answer? 30 minus 4 equals to 26. Therefore, 26 is the answer. Okay, now let's do something slightly more difficult, more challenging. We will still use the number 4. Well, let's switch it up a bit, okay? Instead of A, let's use the alphabet. Instead of A, let's use the alphabet G, right? The alphabet G, and let G equals to, for this case of teaching, I'm going to use a slightly smaller number so that you can appreciate the mathematical equation, the theories behind it. So I'm going to let G equals to merely 2. Okay, but it's the same concept. Look for the G, look for the alphabet within the equation. Then after that, replace that particular alphabet with the number that is given. So replacing G with the number 2. So for this case, let's try 3G plus 3 equals what? Okay, so now looking at this equation, you will have to replace the alphabet with the number, and therefore you have to express it in the new line, new equation. So how do you express it? So in primary 5, you learn about multiplication as well, right? So now you have to use some of your multiplication skill. Now rewriting this equation will yield 3, okay, bring down number for number, but because 3 is beside the G, therefore it's actually equals to 3 multiplied by G. Therefore, in this case, you have to rewrite the equation saying that 3 multiplied by something, 3 multiplied by G, then 3, rewriting it will yield 3 multiplied by a certain number. And in this case, it's number 2. Therefore, 3 multiplied by 2 plus symbol for symbol, number for number, 3 equals what? So now you still have to continue to solve. This is a multi-step problem and there'll be many of such problems. Therefore, we have to revise this right now. So solving for multiplication first, followed by the addition. Always remember that. Multiplication before addition. Remember your order, all right? So 3 multiplied by 2 equals to 6. Expressing this answer in your next line. So you write down 6. 6 plus 3 equals to what? All right? So 6 plus 3 equals to 9. 9 is the right answer. So remember, let me just go through it one more time. Let G equals to 2. Now look for the alphabet within the equation and replace the G by the number 2. But because in this case, there's no mathematical symbol, they just wrote 3G. Therefore, it's a multiplication question. So what you have to do is you have to express it as a multiplication. So in this case, expressing it 3G as, when you replace G by 2, it becomes 3 multiplied by 2 equals to 3 multiplied by 2 plus 3. And in this case, you still have to continue to solve it. You still have to write the working. Therefore, you have to solve for the multiplication before the addition. So remember the order. So 3 multiplied by 2 is equals to 6. All right. So 6, then bring it down, plus 3. So 6 plus 3 equals to 9. Alright, so that's basically the end of today's lesson, and I'll see you in the next revision class.
Tuition Near Me, your number one portal for everything that is related to education. See you at Tuition Near Me.